Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jarita Walker. I am a public affairs specialist stationed here in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I conduct outreach for Northern New Jersey. The presentation will be an overview of retirement, spouse, auxiliary, survivor benefits, Medicare coverage, and online services. A few resources from the SSA website will be shared with you after the presentation. So let's get started. For more than 80 years, Social Security has helped secure today and tomorrow by providing benefits and financial protection for millions of people throughout their life's journey. Social Security touches the lives of every American, both directly and indirectly. As you consider the information that you're about to receive, I encourage you to think of all the ways Social Security has been linked to your life and the lives of your loved ones. I'm going to move on to the next slide, which is entitled, We Wouldn't Miss Your Retirement Party.
There.
Okay. When most people think of Social Security, they think of retirement benefits with good reason. Social Security is a lifeline for most retirees, keeping tens of millions out of poverty. But we are more than retirement benefits. We offer many online tools like a My Social Security account to help you plan for your future. When it comes to retirement planning, be sure to check your account for your personal earnings information and estimates of your future benefits to help you plan that retirement party. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled, How do you qualify for retirement benefits?
Done.
Okay. Credits are the building blocks Social Security uses to find out whether you have the minimum amount of covered work to qualify for each type of Social Security benefit. If you stop working before you earn enough credits to qualify for benefits, your credits will stay on your record. If you return to work later, you can add more credits so you can qualify. No benefits can be paid if you do not have enough credits. In 2022, you must earn $1,510 in covered earnings to get one Social Security or Medicare work credit and $6,040 to get the maximum 4 credits for the year. When you work and pay Social Security taxes, you earn up to a maximum of 4 credits for each year. During your lifetime, you will probably earn more credits than the minimum number you need to be eligible for benefits. However, these extra credits do not increase your benefit amount. Your average earnings during your working years determine how much your monthly payment will be. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled, How Social Security Determines Your Benefit.
There.
Credits are based on your total wages and self-employment income during the year, no matter when you did the actual work. You might work all year to earn 4 credits, or you might earn enough for all 4 in a much shorter length of time. We are looking for the highest 35 years during a worker's lifetime of earnings, regardless of when earned. Using this formula means that a worker who qualifies for a retirement benefit with just 10 years of work would have a lower benefit payment than someone who worked longer. That's because we are looking at the highest 35 years of earnings, and in this example, there would be 25 years with 0 earnings. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Benefits Chart by Age.
I'm sorry, we're there.
Okay. Remember that when to start receiving retirement benefits, it is a personal choice. There isn't a one-fits-all answer. You should make an informed decision about when to apply for benefits based on your individual and family circumstances. Factors you should consider when deciding the best age to retire are your current cash needs, your health and family longevity, whether you plan to work in retirement, whether you have other retirement income sources, your anticipated future financial needs and obligations, and the amount of your future Social Security benefits. The increase in full retirement age was the result of the 1983 amendments to the Social Security Act. Full retirement age increases apply to both retirement benefits and survivor benefits. Regardless of your full retirement age, reduced benefits can still be paid as early as age 62. In addition, the Medicare eligibility age of 65 has not changed. We recommend that you apply for Medicare 3 months before your 65th birthday. Unless you are already receiving Social Security benefits when you turn 65, in which case you will be automatically enrolled in Medicare. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Working While Receiving Benefits.
We're there.
You can get Social Security retirement or survivor benefits and work at the same time. If you are younger than full retirement age, there is a limit to how much you can earn and still receive full Social Security benefits. If you are younger than full retirement age, we must deduct $1 from your benefits for each $2 you earn above the annual limit. For 2022, that limit is $19,560. If you reach full retirement age during 2022, we must deduct $1 from your benefits for each $3 you earn above $51,960 until the month you reach full retirement age. If you work and are full retirement age or older, you may keep all of your benefits no matter how much you earn. Starting with the month you reach full retirement age, there is no limit on how much you can earn and still receive all of your Social Security benefits. We recommend that you visit ssa.gov/pubs and search for the publication entitled How Work Affects Your Benefits. It explains the rules you must follow in order to avoid an overpayment, and it gives some great examples for different scenarios that could apply to your individual situation. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Social Security's Online Calculators.
Yes, we're there.
We offer a variety of calculators to help you with your retirement planning. Just choose the one that best fits your needs. When you visit our website, be sure to scroll down to the near bottom and click the Calculators button. I'm going to move on to the next slide, which is a description of a pyramid.
Got it. We're there.
Okay. Social Security was never meant to be the only source of income for people when they retire. It was always meant to be a base, a foundation to be supplemented with savings, investments, 401ks, IRAs, etc. Social Security replaces a percentage of a worker's pre-retirement income based on your lifetime earnings. The amount of your average wages that Social Security retirement benefit replaces varies depending on your earnings and when you choose to start benefits. Financial experts say you will need 70 to 80% of your pre-retirement income to live comfortably in retirement. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Benefits for a Spouse.
Continue.
Okay. A spouse who has not worked or who has low earnings may be entitled to as much as 1/2 of the retired worker's full benefit. If you are eligible for both your own retirement benefits and for benefits as a spouse, we always pay your own benefits first. If your benefits as a spouse are higher than your retirement benefits, you will get a combination of benefits equaling the higher spouse benefit. If a spouse wants to get Social Security retirement benefits before they reach full retirement age, the amount of the benefit is reduced. The amount of reduction depends on when the person reaches full retirement age. The benefit is only payable if the claiming spouse's own unreduced benefit rate based on their earnings history is less than 50% of the worker's unreduced benefit rate. The claiming spouse must first file for their own benefit based on their earnings history, which is subtracted from that full spousal benefit. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Deemed Filing.
Continue.
If you were born on or before January 2nd, 1954, are at least full retirement age and qualify for your own retirement benefits, and also spouse's benefits, you can choose to restrict your application, apply for one of the benefits, and delay applying for the other until a later date. You may have heard or read about the various filing strategies available to married couples when it comes to Social Security retirement and spousal benefits. Due to a change in the law, some of those options are changing. The first change in the law states that now, if you become eligible for Social Security benefits both as a retiree and as a spouse, and you want to go ahead and claim your benefits, you must file for both benefits. This is called deemed filing, and it used to apply only prior to full retirement age. Based on the law change, deemed filing now applies at any age for people who turn age 62 after January 1, 2016. However, there are two exceptions to the deemed filing provision. First, child and care benefits. When a beneficiary is entitled to spousal benefits based on the child and care requirements and is eligible for retirement benefits, he or she may delay filing for the retirement benefit. Second, receiving both disability and spouse's benefits. When a beneficiary is entitled to disability and spouse's benefits, he or she may delay filing for retirement benefits. If the disability benefits terminate before converting to retirement benefits, deemed filing applies in the month of termination of the disability benefit. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Voluntary Suspension.
Continue.
The second change in the law involves what we call voluntary suspension. If you take your retirement benefit and then ask to suspend it to earn delayed retirement credits, your spouse or dependent generally will not be able to receive benefits on your Social Security record while your own benefits are suspended. In addition, you will not be able to receive benefits on anyone else's record during that time. We know that some of these rules can be confusing, so we encourage you to visit our website for a comprehensive explanation and see some specific examples that illustrate how this plays out for married couples. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Benefits for Divorced Spouses.
Continue.
Your benefit as a divorced spouse is equal to 1/2 of your ex-spouse's full retirement amount if you start receiving benefits at your full retirement age. The benefits do not include any delayed retirement credits your ex-spouse may receive. If you remarry, you generally cannot collect benefits on your former spouse's record unless your later marriage ends, whether by death, divorce, or annulment. If your ex-spouse has not applied for retirement benefits but can qualify for them, you may receive benefits on his or her record if you have been divorced for at least 2 years. If you are eligible for retirement benefits on your own record and divorced spouse's benefits, we will pay the retirement benefit first. If the benefit on your ex-spouse's record is higher, you will get an additional amount on your ex-spouse's record so that the combination of benefits equals the higher amount. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled, We're There If You Lose a Loved One.
Continue.
Okay. The loss of a loved one can be both emotionally and financially difficult. Social Security provides a safety net to help if the unexpected happens. Many children, widows, and widowers may receive survivors' benefits to help them cope with the financial loss. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Survivor Benefits.
Continue.
Let's take a look at how people become eligible for Social Security survivor benefits. A child may receive benefits on a deceased person's record if he or she is not married and is under age 18 or between ages 18 and 19 and a full-time student. A disabled child may receive benefits beyond age 18 if he or she is not married and was disabled before age 22. A widow or widower or divorced widow, widower may receive full benefits at full retirement age or reduced benefits at age 60 or as early as age 50 if disabled, or at any age of caring for a child under 16 or a disabled child. The length of marriage requirement for a widow, widower to be eligible for benefits is 9 months, and for a surviving divorced spouse, it is 10 years. There are exceptions to the duration of marriage requirements. Generally, you cannot get widow or widower benefits if you remarry before age 60, but remarriage after age 60 will not prevent you from getting benefits payable based on your former spouse's work. Also, at age 62 or older, you may get benefits based on your new spouse's work, if those benefits would be higher. I'm going to move on to the next slide, again entitled Survivor's Benefits.
Continue.
Now, let's talk about how survivor benefits are calculated. Your surviving spouse can claim survivor's benefits once they reach age 60. If they start receiving survivor benefits at age 60, they will get 71.5% of your basic benefit amount. The longer they wait to start benefits, the higher the percent they receive, up to 100% of your basic benefit if they begin receiving survivor benefits at their full retirement age. If you waited until past your full retirement age to start receiving your retirement benefits, the amount your surviving spouse receives will be based on a higher benefit amount. This is general information, and there may be other factors based on each person's situation. We're going to go to the next slide, which starts with you can switch to retirement on your own.
Continue.
Okay. If you begin receiving survivor benefits, we recommend that you contact us at age 62 to see if you are eligible for a higher benefit on your own record. If we calculate your retirement benefit and it is lower than what you are already receiving as a survivor, then we are not going to switch you over to retirement and reduce your monthly benefit. Remember, retirement and survivor benefits both fall under the same umbrella of financial protection offered by Social Security. However, if we calculate your retirement and it is higher than what you are already getting as a survivor, you have a choice. You can either switch over immediately for the higher monthly payment, or you can stay on survivor benefits and switch over to retirement later on down the road when something comes up and you need more money coming in, or as late as age 70 if you want to completely max out your retirement by getting all possible delayed retirement credits added to your calculation. Contact Social Security to find out if you can switch to get a higher benefit amount. As to say, we'll review your individual situation and make a determination. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Other Survivor Benefits.
Continue.
We also have two other types of survivor benefits. A surviving spouse or child may receive a one-time lump sum death payment of $255 if they meet certain requirements. You may have seen misleading TV advertising that implies the only benefit payable is the lump sum death payment, when in fact there may be a monthly widow or widower benefit available. And next, the other survivor benefit is parents' benefits. For a parent who was at least age 62 and was receiving at least one half of his or her financial support from the son or daughter that passed away. Although parents' benefits are included in our survivor benefit program, the number of people who receive parents' benefits is relatively small. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Auxiliary Benefits for Children.
Continue.
Your unmarried child can get benefits if they are younger than age 18, between ages 18 and 19, and a full-time student, or age 18 or older with a disability that began before age 22. Under certain circumstances, we can also pay benefits to a stepchild, grandchild, step-grandchild, or adopted child. Within a family, a child can receive up to one half of the parent's full retirement or disability benefit. If a child receives survivor's benefits, they can get up to 75% of the deceased parent's basic Social Security benefit. There is a limit to the amount of money we can pay to a family. The family maximum can be from 150 up to 180% of the parent's full benefit amount. If the total amount payable to all family members exceeds this limit, we reduce each person's benefit proportionately until the total equals the maximum allowable amount. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled, Will I Pay Federal Taxes on My Benefits?
Continue.
No one pays federal income tax on more than 85% of his or her Social Security benefits based on IRS rules. At the end of each year, we'll mail you a Social Security Benefit Statement, Form SSA 1099, showing the amount of benefits you received. Use the statement when you complete your federal income tax return to find out if you must pay taxes on your benefits. Although you are not required to have Social Security withhold federal taxes, you may find it easier than paying quarterly estimated tax payments. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Taxation of Social Security Benefits.
Continue.
Here is an example. Your adjusted gross income plus non-taxable interest plus half of your Social Security benefits equals your combined income. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare.
Continue.
Okay. Medicare is our country's health insurance program for people age 65 or older. People younger than age 65 with certain disabilities or permanent kidney failure or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is Lou Gehrig's disease, can also qualify for Medicare. You have choices on how you get your coverage. It's either going to be Original Medicare and Medicare Advantage. Medicare has 4 parts. First, Part A, hospital insurance, which covers most inpatient hospital expenses. The 2022 deductible for Part A is $1,556. Second, Part B is medical insurance, which covers 80% of doctor bills and other outpatient medical expenses after your first $232 in approved charges. The 2022 standard monthly premium is $170.10. There is no monthly premium for Part A if you are insured for retirement benefits. After you retire, your health insurance may require for Medicare to pay first. Many supplemental plans require you to sign up for Medicare Part B. The Medicare premium most beneficiaries may pay represents a quarter of the actual cost, and the federal government covers the balance of the cost. Third, Medicare Advantage, also known as Part C, is an all-in-one alternative to original Medicare. These bundled plans include Part A, Part B, and usually Part D. These plans may also have lower out-of-pocket costs and may offer extra benefits that original Medicare does not cover, like vision, dental, and more. 4, Part D is Medicare prescription drug coverage, which covers a major portion of your prescription drug costs. Your out-of-pocket costs, monthly premiums, annual deductible, and prescription co-payments may vary by plan. You enroll with a Medicare-approved prescription drug provider, not by contacting Social Security. Each Medicare Advantage plan can charge different out-of-pocket costs, but they must follow rules established by Medicare. Medicare-approved prescription drug plans cover a major portion of your prescription drug cost. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare Eligibility.
Continue.
Remember that although the full retirement age has increased above age 65, Medicare eligibility is still age 65. One of the most important things to remember is that you can apply for Medicare online, even if you are waiting past age 65 to apply for Social Security retirement benefits. You should apply for Medicare 3 months before your 65th birthday, even when you plan to apply for your retirement or spouse's benefits later. If you are approved for Social Security disability benefits, you may be eligible for Medicare benefits 24 months from the month you were entitled to receive benefits, not from the first month you received a payment. If you were diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is Lou Gehrig's disease, and you get disability benefits, you can get Medicare right away. If you have permanent kidney failure and you receive maintenance dialysis or a kidney transplant, you may also be eligible for Medicare. And if you have been exposed to environmental health hazard, you may also be eligible for Medicare. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare Enrollment.
Continue.
Medicare has 3 enrollment periods. First, initial enrollment period. This is a 7-month period that begins 3 months before your 65th birthday, includes the month you turn age 65, and ends 3 months after that birthday. Second, special enrollment period. If you were age 65 or older, you or your spouse are still working and you are covered under a group health plan based on that current employment, you may not need to apply for Medicare Part B at age 65. You may qualify for a special enrollment period that will let you sign up for Part B at the time you retire without a penalty for delayed enrollment. Third, general enrollment period. If you did not sign up for Part A and or Part B when you were first eligible, and you are not eligible for a special enrollment period, you can sign up during the general enrollment period beginning January 1 through March 31st of each year. Coverage does not begin until July 1st, and you may have to pay a late enrollment penalty for as long as you have Part B coverage. You can file for Medicare if you are delaying cash benefits, and you should not contribute to a health savings account if you are enrolled in Medicare, as there may be negative tax implications. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare Part B coverage.
Continue.
Can I begin? Okay. This chart shows when your Medicare will become effective if you apply during your initial enrollment period. If you apply during the 3-month window prior to the month you turn age 65, your Medicare kicks in the first day of the month you reach age 65. Important upcoming change for 2023. If you sign up in your initial enrollment period during the last 3 months of your initial enrollment period, your coverage begins the month after you enroll. And also, if you sign up during a general enrollment period, your coverage begins the month after you enroll. We're going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare Applications. Should I continue? Okay.
Continue, please.
You can, okay, sorry. You can use our website to apply for Medicare Parts A and B along with Social Security retirement benefits. Most people apply for Medicare Part A along with their retirement benefits because you are required to enroll for Medicare Part A at the same time you start retirement benefits. Medicare Part A has no monthly premium for those who have 40 work credits. If you apply online for Medicare Part A only and refuse Part B, which does have a monthly premium, you can enroll in Part B later, after your employer's group health plan ends. If you are already enrolled in Medicare Part A and later you want to add Part B, under the special enrollment period, you have 3 options. You can visit ssa.gov/Medicare Part B SEP to complete the online application. You can also fax your completed CMS 40B application for enrollment in Medicare Part B and your CMS L564 request for employment information and proofs to your local Social Security office. Lastly, you can also mail your completed forms to your local Social Security office, and the two forms are available on our homepage. Just click the Forms button. Just so you know, I have attached the forms to some resources that will be shared with everyone after the presentation. This way, make it a lot easier for you all. I'm going to move on to the Medicare Standard Part B premiums for 2022.
Continue.
This graphic shows the Medicare premiums for each income bracket. Most Medicare beneficiaries pay the standard premium for Part B of $170.10 a month in 2022. It is automatically deducted from their Social Security check if they receive one. If not getting a check, they can be billed or have the premium deducted from a checking or savings account. People with higher incomes will pay more for Part B and their prescription drug plan premium. This is called IRMA, Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. We determine whether you pay the higher premium every year. To decide your IRMA, we ask the IRS for your modified adjusted gross income. That equals your adjusted gross income plus certain tax-exempt income from the federal tax return you filed 2 years ago. For example, your 2022 Part B premium is determined by your modified adjusted gross income on your 2020 return. If your 2020 return is not available, we will use your 2019 tax return. You should not contribute to a health savings account if you are enrolled in Medicare, as there may be negative tax implications. Contact your tax professional for more information. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare Card.
Continue.
New Medicare cards have now been sent to all Medicare recipients. Old cards with Social Security numbers will no longer be accepted. If you do not have a new Medicare card, call 1-800-Medicare and a card will be sent to you in 30 days. As you can see, the new Medicare card has a Medicare beneficiary identifier, which is a combination of letters and numbers, which will be cross-referenced with your Social Security number when you go to see your doctor. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Medicare.gov.
Continue.
Please keep in mind that although you apply for Medicare by contacting Social Security, and we have some Medicare information on our website, it is actually another federal government agency. Centers for Medicare and Medicare Services, commonly referred to as CMS, that administers the program. CMS is your main source for information regarding Medicare. Social Security helps you apply for Medicare Parts A and B, and we send your entitlement information electronically to CMS. We can also take your application for extra help with Medicare Part D. If you sign up for Part B, we deduct the premium from your monthly Social Security benefit and send it to CMS before you receive your payment from us each month. If you enroll in Medicare only, CMS will bill you for your Part B premiums until you go on Social Security. If you have any questions regarding the Medicare program, you should call CMS at 1-800-MEDICARE, which is 1-800-633-4222, or visit Medicare.gov. If your state health insurance assistance program, which is SHIP, can help answer any Medicare questions you may have. To get the phone number for your local SHIP office, visit shiphelp.org or look in your Medicare and You handbook. For more information about Medicare, please visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-633-4227. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled How to Apply for Benefits.
Continue.
You can apply for your Social Security within 4 months of when you want your benefits to begin. You have 3 options when it comes time to file. First, apply online at ssa.gov. This is the most convenient way to apply. Second, call Social Security to schedule an appointment to apply over the phone on a day and time that is convenient for you. And third, call Social Security to schedule an appointment to apply in person at your local Social Security office with a face-to-face interview. You cannot file online for auxiliary child benefits, disabled adult child benefits, or survivor's benefits. Applying online is still the most convenient way to apply for benefits. You can apply for retirement benefits in as little as 15 minutes. I'm moving on to the next slide entitled My Social Security.
Continue.
My Social Security is a convenient and secure suite of services designed to put you in control of your personal Social Security information, as well as help you manage your benefits when you are ready. Your account gives you the information you need whenever you want, all without calling or visiting a field office. You can only open a My Social Security account for yourself. You cannot open an account for another person even if you have his or her written consent. You may be unable to open a My Social Security account if you have blocked electronic access to your personal Social Security information, recently moved or changed your name, or placed a freeze on your credit report. Your online My Social Security account provides a variety of information to help you and your family. If you need help setting up your account, we have a 4-minute walkthrough video on our YouTube page. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled How to Open a My Social Security Account.
I know already. I have it one.
Oh, great. Okay, so
Please mute.
to open a, oh, did I continue to talk? Yes, okay. To open a My Social Security account, you have to be at least 18, have a valid email address, a Social Security number, and a U.S. mailing address. To open your account, go to ssa.gov/my account and select Sign in or create an account. One way to register for an account is to provide some personal Social Security information about yourself, then provide answers to some questions only you are likely to know the answers to. These are to verify your identity. There are multiple choice questions referred to as out-of-wallet questions. If someone was to steal your wallet, they could use the information they stole to answer any questions. Next, you choose a username and an 8-character password to access your online account. If you do not answer the multiple choice questions correctly, you will be suspended, but only for 24 hours. Then you can try again. You do not have to contact Social Security. And however, if there is a discrepancy in the personal information you entered in Social Security records, you will have to visit a Social Security office with your ID. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Social Security Statement.
Continue.
The Social Security Statement has been redesigned. It is one of Social Security's most far-reaching educational tools. Workers aged 18 and older can access their statement online using My Social Security. I'm going to move to the next slide, which is an example of what the new Social Security Statement looks like.
Continue.
The redesigned statement is plain language design, and graphics make it easier to find information. We now provide a graph with retirement benefit estimates for up to 9 ages, depending on when you want benefits to start. In 2021, we provided more than 76 million statements in print and online. We mail a statement to workers age 60 and older who do not have an online account, and anyone can send in a written request to have a statement mailed to them. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled Fact Sheets.
Continue.
The supplemental fact sheet displays a person's age and work history with a statement to provide additional information helpful to make informed decisions. The fact sheets include 4 different age groups, for earnings-related categories and Medicare coverage. I'm going to go to the next slide entitled Fact Sheets for Workers Ages 49 to 60.
Continue.
Here is an example of the fact sheet for workers ages 49 to 60, which provides information to help you become retirement ready. I'm going to move on to the next slide entitled My Social Security Services.
Continue.
Your online My Social Security account provides a wealth of information to help you and your family plan for your financial future. If you receive benefits that have Medicare, you can request a replacement Social Security card if you meet certain requirements, get a benefit verification letter as proof that you are getting benefits, change your address, phone number, submit advanced designation of representative payee, and get a replacement SSA 1099 or SSA 1042S for tax season. I'm going to move to the next slide entitled My Social Security Services Continued.
And you should continue as well.
Okay. If you do not receive benefits, you can view retirement benefit estimates at different ages or dates when you want to start receiving benefits. And check the status of your application or appeal, view possible spouse's benefits, get your Social Security statement to review estimates for future retirement, disability, and survivor, your earnings to verify the amounts that were posted are correct, and the estimated Social Security and Medicare taxes are paid. The next slide is me. My name, my title, my phone number, my email address. And if you need to reach out to me, if you have any questions, like we're going to have a Q&A question in a minute, but if you have any questions at a personal, email me or give me a call, and I'll be more than willing to assist you. And last but not least, the next slide is, thank you for making SSA a part of your training today. This concludes our presentation and hope that you find the information to be helpful. And my last slide is Q&A. I turn it back to you, Rob and Donna.
Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you. I think here's how we're going to do this. I'm sure there's going to be some questions.
Okay.
I'm going to, for everybody who's dialed in, let's just try and be a little orderly and polite to each other about it. If you have a question, unmute yourself and we can say it. Although I'm going to start, hang on, before anybody jumps in from the phone lines, does anybody in the room have a question for Jarita? Okay. Phone lines then. Anybody have any? Oh.
Okay.
Oh, here, okay, wait. We have a question here. Go ahead.
If
Okay.
you reach your full age and start paying benefits and continue working, let's say for another 3-4 years, would you get any additional Social Security benefits?
Okay, one more time. I just want to make sure people can hear that because this is the only
I didn't hear it.
Um,
Can you repeat it, Rob? Can you repeat it for me?
yeah, I'm gonna try and repeat it. What's this airplane?
Okay. Thank you, Rob.
Right near the airport. Okay, one more time. So,
Yeah. Okay, you'll reach your retirement age.
right.
And you start to collect Social Security
So you reach retirement age, you start to collect,
and still working.
Still
say for
working.
another 3-4 years.
right?
Would you get any additional benefits on your Social Security when you finally finish working?
When you finish, okay, so if you reach retirement age, you're still working for another, say, 3 or 4 years,
Mhm.
then an additional benefit when you stop working? Is that the question?
Yeah, when you retire in full, because
Right. So basically you retire in full, say 3 years after your retirement date. Is that fair?
Okay, so now my main question is, what age are you thinking at retiring? Early retirement or full retirement age? Because it makes a difference.
full retirement.
Full.
Okay. So now, once you reach full retirement age, you can work and earn whatever you want, and it doesn't affect you whatsoever. Just know that when you reach full retirement age, each year you continue to work. After you file your tax return, they do a recomputation of your benefits to continue to increase your benefit amount. So that would be the only information as far as, I'm guessing what you meant by additional. that would be the only thing that would happen. Once you hit 66, or whenever your full retirement age is, once you hit it, you can continue to work. No matter what you earn, it doesn't affect your benefits in any way. The only thing to look forward to is we do a recomputation for each year after you file taxes to increase the benefit amount. Is that helpful?
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Okay. Edwin Diaz is raising his hand online.
Okay.
You'll be able to unmute
Yeah.
yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. The medical benefits that I continue to work until 67. Am I forced to get medical benefits? I mean, Medicare at 65? Am I forced to get that?
No, how it works is as long as you are 65 and still working and have coverage with your current employer, you don't need to enroll for Medicare just yet. You can enroll for the Part A. Whatever you have with your employer is going to be your primary. When you turn 65, you can enroll for the Part A, and that will be your secondary for hospital coverage. Remember, it's free of charge. As long as you have your 40 quarters of coverage, it's free of charge to you. When you do retire and you are no longer going to be covered under employer group plan coverage, we want you to submit the special enrollment forms, which after the presentation, Donna will share all of that with you. So this way, when you're ready to retire, you complete the form letting us know what month you want the Medicare to begin. And the other form needs to be completed by personnel. Personnel is going to let us know, when did you start working? When did your coverage begin? When you're going to stop working and when your coverage is going to end, and submit both forms to Social Security. And this way we can have the coverage begin the month after you retire. And you have 7 months from the month that you retire to submit the forms. And they're called special enrollment forms. And once this training is over, I emailed the information to Donna, so you'll see the 40B and the CMS 564 forms attached to the email, okay? I hope that's helpful.
I understand that part, but then again, like you said, it's advantageous to me to have the Medicare when I'm 65 and still working, or I just use my own company one.
You're going to use your company one and get Part A. It's free of charge. So whatever you have with the job is mandatory. Is going to be your primary, and the Medicare can be your secondary. So you can just have both.
Okay, so they're going to make me pay the Medicare first. My union insurance is going to say, hey, Medicare, you pay first, and then I pay whatever supplement there is. Is that what it's going to work?
When you retire. Only it's going to happen
when I'm 65 and still working. You're saying that it's free, the Medicare A is free. So if I go to the hospital, is my insurance now telling Medicare, hey, you pay that first half and I'll pay the second half? Is that true?
I'm not sure. Donna, can you answer that one? Is that how it works for them when it comes to the insurance of the union?
Well, you were saying Social Security is you were saying it was a secondary.
Yes, as long as he's working.
Yeah.
As long as he's working, whatever insurance he has with the job is going to be primary.
Right. Yeah. Your employer's insurance is going to be primary. If there is stuff that is uncovered by our plan, Social Security can kick in and cover that, I believe is how it goes.
Part A, hospital coverage.
Okay.
Okay. Is that okay?
Sort of. I'll find out how it works once I hit 65 because I want to see.
Okay.
I may not even need the Medicare because if I'm still working with the union, I'm forced to get this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Yeah, this is Carl. Jarita, what is the primary difference between Medicare, the old Medicare Part A, and the new Medicare Advantage? I was to understand that the old Medicare was you could go anywhere, see any doctor, go to any hospital, and the newer Advantage was very select. You could only go to the approved hospitals, and you could only go to the approved doctors.
Well, I'll explain to you what the difference is when it comes to original and Medicare Advantage. So I'll start off with the original. So we'll do the original. It includes hospital, Part A, medical, Part B. If you want drug coverage, you can add a separate drug plan, which is Part D. And you can also add a Medicare supplemental insurance, which is a Medigap policy, to help you pay any out-of-pocket costs. Now, when it comes to the Medicare Advantage plan, it is an all-in-one alternative to original Medicare. It's bundled plans, which includes Part A, Part B, and usually Part D. Most plans offer extra benefits like vision, hearing, dental, and more. So what I'm suggesting you do is when you get an opportunity, if you can, go to the Medicare website and look to see what other options or what's covered under the plan is the best way I can say it. What's all covered under both plans for you to make the best decision for you.
Okay,
Okay?
yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Any other questions? Anyone out on the lines? Do we have one in the room?
Depending if you take A or the extra benefits, they might come as out of pocket costs, right?
You're saying whether you take, I'm sorry, when you have A or what?
If you have basic plan.
Right, the basic plan.
As you get into the extra plans.
Right.
You just gotta come out of pocket expense.
Yeah, it's gonna change your out of pockets depending on the plan you choose.
Do you know what that is? $400-$600? We have an idea? I mean, just for.
Which plan are you talking about? Our,
No, the new versus the old.
okay. All right, so it's I think the question is the old plan A versus new part A. Do we know the difference in the,
Yeah, the
In the
one that
doc- in
says
the-
all in one A, B, and D.
There's only, okay, I'm hearing a little bit, but I can't hear everything you're saying. What is he saying?
yeah, if you want to come up and speak to this so they can hear you? Just kind of talking to the
Yeah,
the
if
camera
you
here.
want A, B, and C, or A, B, and D, the whole package, do you know what the out-of-cost expense is for the full benefit?
No,
plan?
I don't know all of the out-of-cost expenses. Only thing I can tell you is A and B, because that's the role that Social Security plays. Our role is enrolling you in Part A and B. All the other information under D, under Medicare Advantage, you would have to contact CMS directly and talk to one of their representatives. Or, like I stated before, have you all heard of the state insurance planners, the state health insurance planners, the SHIP counselors? They're very good at helping you determine what plan is best for you. Because our role at Social Security is just to enroll you in Part A and Part B and to give you general information. Anything additional, you need to contact Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services and speak to one of their representatives. But a great resource is the SHIP counselors, the state health insurance planners. They're very good to give you all the information about the different plans and tell you what their cost is and what each plan covers, if that's helpful.
And you get personal attention to your situation.
Yes, to each person's situation, because each person's situation is different.
Right. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Question for Jarita? Again, you may have to unmute yourself if you're out on the lines. Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Jarita.
You're welcome. And like I said, you have my information. If you have any questions and you don't remember at the moment, don't hesitate to give me a call or shoot out an email to me, and I'd be more than happy to help you, okay? Thank you all for participating and allowing me to speak to you today.